story, where in the first movie she seemed nothing more than a
bitch.
This one she seemed to have a little bit of depth to her, which was great to see that there was some character growth to that character. Now, Maggie Gyllenhaal's character
Maggie Grayson.
Yeah, my bad. Maggie Grayson's
Although
character,
Maggie Gyllenhaal would have kicked ass in this movie, that's probably what
Maggie Grayson's character did at first seem like a whiny little bitch again.
But see, you're bringing up the real point that I have a problem with this movie is that Maggie Grayson's character is totally unaffected by the first film.
Well, see, that was one of the things I always joked about the very first film.
Yeah.
Was at the very end of the movie, of the first movie, it's like, okay, here you go. They go abroad. He has to hunt all these people down to find her and get her back. And the first thing he does is bring her to a pop sensation who will possibly travel around the world to see if his daughter is good enough to become a pop sensation who will have to live this life. To me, that seemed very stupid about the first movie, that very teeny little ending.
Yeah.
And here it is that it's like after, I'm not sure, how long was it supposed to have been? Like, a year?
No.
It didn't seem like a very large gap.
Honestly, dude, I would go as far, well, I don't know, maybe
It had to be months. It had to be months because she has a boyfriend,
yeah,
which has been going on for at least a couple of months.
But you hear a reporter in the background when he's putting stuff away in his suitcase.
Yeah.
You hear him talking about the ship from the first movie.
Yeah. So I mean.
So I'm at a that's all really
she had a boyfriend for at least a couple of months. The time frame seems very wonky.
I agree.
Because it seemed like they're just burying these guys from the first movie.
Well, there were a lot of dudes. There was like 100
there was
plus.
A lot.
I mean,
it
that
seems
was a
like
count.
Okay, a normal funeral, a week.
Yeah.
She's been dating this boyfriend that we just hear about months.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time frame issues to this movie.
I mean, but yeah.
Like in all honesty, I thought it was supposed to take place like a year, a couple of years after the first one.
That's what I've.
But it clearly was not that case. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It just did not seem like it had that pacing.
I agree. You know, and those would all be so small, minute.